like say I'm Aladdin. Come bring some kind melodies. I'm a messy self, no do pass this. So many things inside of my jeans. I swear down the beatings, the beatings. Not a mess. Come they move like a disco. One nick in my lolata. Happy boss, happy actor. So never give me ball under. Oh, yeah, come take a picture. Right, you're a young fire. Oh, yeah, follow my instruction.
Okay, Ballon d'Or, Burna Boy, Wizkid. With that, we welcome you to a new, fresh edition of AM Updates. My name is Oladapo Kunubi, aka Young Striker 9, and this is where the first half of the AM Updates is where we give you everything the latest concerning the world of sports. And well, the World Cup started yesterday, 20th of November. Well, it is now more of the World Cup updates, and that starts the Kickoff Sports Show. The first 15 minutes to let you know every action, reactions, updates, the goal effect, the pre-match, post-match interviews, all on this Dow Solutions 939 FM on the Kiko Sports Show. So we go straight. Well, Ballon d'Or, Burna Boy, Wizkid, the Ballon d'Or winner, will not be at the World Cup because he has been ruled out. I'm talking about Karim Benzema. But hey, we've got more games to go down at the World Cup. One game went down yesterday, and that was the opener, having Qatar losing 2-0 against Ecuador. And that will be the first time in the opening of a World Cup where host country will lose. Well, let's go straight, guys.
Yo, what's up?
Do not touch that dial. You know the radio you tune to, it's your Remedy dial, 93.9 Solutions FM. Your number one Remedy dial.
Away we go, the first match of 64 to determine the champions of the world. Qatar's defence have been opened up again here. Referee has a look. Referee points to the penalty spot. And once more, it's Enner Valencia racing through, causing all sorts of problems for the home defence. Enner Valencia for Ecuador. It's 1-0. This time, the goal will count, and Ecuador can celebrate.
Celebration, take two.
The pressure to get some points in the bag in this one. Here's Caicedo, back into Preciado. Decent looking ball, it's two! Same player, twice the advantage. 2-0 Ecuador. What a day for Enner Valencia. The yellow wall is there, and it was the last play of the match, and it is the perfect start for Ecuador and their coach Gustavo Alfaro. But Felix Sanchez and Qatar back to the drawing board. It's the first time the hosts have lost the opening match at the World Cup. There's the man that did the damage, Enner Valencia. It's finished. Qatar 0, Ecuador 2.
Okay, Qatar head coach Felix Sanchez says his side felt backed and supported despite a mass exodus from fans during the 2-0 defeat to Ecuador in their first ever World Cup match. And Valencia sports the party with the first half double in the opening match of the tournament at Al Bayt Stadium on Sunday. You got that sound. And hey guys, let's also go straight to the team that started with victory at the World Cup, that is Ecuador. And Gustavo Alvaro says Enner Valencia will be fit to face Netherlands after the Ecuador captain scored 2 goals to win in the opening game at the World Cup. So this man is not facing any injury doubts. But let's just quickly look at game schedule for today and get you more updates. It is still the World Cup show, the update for the World Cup on the Kiko Sports Show. Well, talking about the first game scheduled for today, Three Lions of England will be up against Iran, and for Captain Harry Kane is saying there will be kneeling. Well, remember what happened so many months back about Black Lives Matter. And Senegal will take on Netherlands, while USA will be up against Wales. Well, the game between England and Iran is scheduled for 2 o'clock Nigerian time, 5 o'clock Nigerian time. There's a clash between Senegal without Sadio Mane playing against Netherlands. And, well, for Virgil van Dijk, he has also come out to say that it's just disappointing not to see Sadio Mane, his former Liverpool teammate, play against him at the World Cup. And for United States of America, at 8 o'clock tonight will be up against Wales. So let's check some stories out concerning all these games. And we start with the first game of the day, which is England-Iran. Talking about the clash going down to 2 o'clock today, James Madison and Kai Walker have been ruled out due to knee and muscle injury, while Osman of Iran has also been ruled out due to calf injury. Although for Captain Harry Kane has spoken confidently ahead of his side's World Cup opener against Iran, stating, and I quote, "We've been training well in major tournaments, so there is only one more step to take." And he has also come out to say that it is not only about breaking goal records set by Wayne Rooney, but about the team doing well. Okay, now let's move away from that and look at more updates here this morning. Senegal, Netherlands. Well, remember, you can watch us live from anywhere across the globe. Jump on our Facebook fan page, facebook.com/Solutions939FM. Facebook.com/Solutions939FM. Click the like and share button. You can also watch us live on our YouTube channel, Solutions939FM. Click the subscribe button, click the like button. And remember, you can listen to us from anywhere across the globe once again by downloading Solutions939FM's app. Go straight to Google Play Store with your Android phones, on your laptop. Just click the Google Play Store, type Solutions939FM, download the app, and you can listen on the go. Well, for Sadio Mane, who has been ruled out of the World Cup, is back in Senegal's Lions of Teranga to show they still have sharp claws without him today when the World Cup opener against the Netherlands kickoff. Bayern Munich forward Mane was set to spearhead the team's quest in Qatar, but a crawl leg injury has ruled him out of the tournament. So go Senegal. That happens to be the message on Sadio Mane's Instagram page today, and it says, "This Monday our dear country will compete in the World Cup Qatar 2022. I am sure the Lions will transcend and approach every game as a true final." Now let's talk about the game going, the third game for today, that is USA Wales. But before looking at that, for Senegal, Netherlands, Balo Toure and Diallo have both been ruled out due to injury, while Memphis Depay has also been ruled out of the clash for today for the Netherlands team due to muscle injury. Now going straight to the United States of America. And guess what? The main man in USA, not the Captain America, but the President of the United States of America, Joe Biden, called the team to go all the way. Show what you're made of.
Are you of the U.S. men's national soccer team?
Coach, put me in. I'm ready to play. You guys, I know you're the underdogs, but I'll tell you what, man, you got some of the best players in the world on your team, and you're representing this country, and I know you're going to play your hearts out. So let's go shock them all. Keep trusting in one another. Play as hard as you can, and for you and your families, your teammates, and the whole country's rooting for you.
That's a very nice message, Mr. President. The whole team is here right now. We really appreciate your support, and we're ready to go. Guys, you want to say hi? You get any of that?
I got some of it. I got some of it.
A lot of thank yous and a lot of hellos.
I wish I were there to see you. I really do. Go get them, guys. Just play your hearts out.
We got this.
I know you will. I know you will.
All right, that was nice, huh?
Okay, so that happens to be the call made by President Joe Biden to the national team of the U.S. But De La Torre has been ruled out of the U.S. men's national team due to muscle injury, and Joe Allen has been ruled out due to thigh injury. And guess what? After missing out in the 2018 World Cup, the USA returned to the FIFA World Cup stage in Qatar. Automatic qualification for the finals was secured by the skin of their teeth, finishing above Costa Rica on goal difference alone to seal their place. But now they have made it through. The stars and stripes could be filled. Where's the confidence considered their previous good record at the World Cup, progressing out of their group in 4 of their last 7 tournaments? Well, that was when you have the Dempseys of this world in that team. Shout out to Adetoke Olaleya watching live on Facebook saying, I love that US presidential call. I hope it brings a win for them. We know a team and a country where the president of that country, whenever he calls, let's move. Otilo. Okay, Christian Pulisic has accepted being his best self is all the United States want from him after spending years obsessing about being the team's talisman. The Chelsea forward is set to play a big part when the USA launch their Qatar World Cup campaign against Wales today. But now let's talk about Gareth Bale, who will also be facing the United States, right? And Gareth Bale insists his fitness is right where he wants to be. But Joe Allen, who has been ruled out at the World Cup opening against USA, is also a source of concern. Bale signed for Los Angeles FC in June to boost his fitness ahead of Qatar tournament, although he only started 2 matches for the MLS side, seeing the majority of his 347 minutes by coming off the bench. However, ahead of the first World Cup match since 1958, the Welsh captain believes he is heading into the Group B clash in fine shape. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Get everything you need to get by 2 p.m. Maybe you're getting hot puff, get cold drink, Zobo, watch England, Iran. And let me also let you know that I'm backing the 3 Lions of England to go all the way at the World Cup. That's my team for the World Cup. Tuker's team happens to be Senegal, right? Someone supported Netherlands. I've forgotten the person that supported Netherlands, but I know DJ Olex is supporting Portugal. Favor Lawrence is supporting the Diamond Shaft of Germany. And well, we're wishing other teams all the best, right? A lot of teams, yes, going for Brazil because of the lot of guys they've got in that one. Okay, now let's move away from the World Cup count and the World Cup update this morning of the World Cup. Let's talk Cristiano Ronaldo this morning. Then we talk other sports where we talk about Novak Djokovic, talk Formula One, and we wrap up to move to the newspaper headlines. Okay, updates we are having has it that Cristiano Ronaldo has been Manchester United's heartbeat, according to Usain Bolt, who says he understands the striker's recent criticism of the club. Ronaldo has come under fire this week that was last week, after coming out in an explosive interview with Piers Morgan, in which he said he felt betrayed by United and had no respect for head coach Erik ten Hag, which means that if you don't respect a coach, that means you can play under him and you have to bow out of the club, because no one can fire a coach because of a player. I think that has happened before in Chelsea. But guys, for Usain Bolt saying that it will be a bad one to see Cristiano Ronaldo leave, but hey, this is sports. You have to move on. So guys, let's move on this morning, and when we return, we'll talk tennis to say congratulations to Novak Djokovic and say congratulations to Red Bull.
Show up in a boat style, ooh, in a boat style. Cause you get to the ginger, almost too much swagger. You they give a good vibration. Anywhere you go, you show the colors of your.
Ládùn gbogbo àṣàyàn mímu aládùn bold tó wà ní aládùn ginger, olómi ọsàn, tropical àti bitter lemon. Unleash your bold, show your colors.
Vita, just strength.
Noise in class?
Auntie, Brian said that the Bonvita school competition is back. We are preparing for it.
The Bon Factor is back? Okay, let's see your preparation. Drop a beat.
That's right. The Bon Factor School Talent Competition is back with up to 6 million naira to be won. To participate, visit www.bonfactor.ng. Bonvita, strength to dream.
Oh boy, today was just stressful. Hey, as in everywhere just choke. You know what will be really cool right now?
Hit me. Feel the vibe, live for the fun. It's cool like Fun Ice. Call the gang and have some more. That's cool like Fun Ice. With the creamy goodness, oh yeah. Be cool like Fun Ice.
Enjoy the taste of creamy goodness with Fun Ice. Available in vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate.
This night it tastes of goodness. Golden caramel, creamy buttermint, and rich coffee. Cadbury candy there for every moment.
Introducing the Ogbonge new Cadbury Caramel, Cadbury Coffee, plus your Cadbury Buttermint Sweet where you don't enjoy it. Now, plenty don't day to share and jolly.
Cadbury candy there for every moment.
Hey you, I'd love to make the next 30 seconds of your time the best 30 seconds of your day by telling you about Airtel's amazing MiFi offers available to serve you reliably. The first gives you up to 125GB bonus data for just 5,000 naira. And the second gives you up to 150GB bonus data for just 7,500 naira. Simply visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB or walk into any Airtel store near you to choose how to stay connected.
Airtel, the smartphone network. News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, it's lights out.
Say you wanna feel that boost? Allow me to introduce Amber energy drink. No more shutting down, we're going up. Oh yeah, get ready, stimulate your energy. Amber now for energy. Go around tell somebody. Oh yeah, get ready, stimulate your energy. Amber now for energy. Go around tell somebody. Say, what are you waiting for? Yeah, now you can do more because Amber energy drink there for you. Amber energy drink there for you. No need to go too far, you can find it where you are because Amber energy drink there for you. Amber energy drink there for you. Yeah, Amber there for you. Yeah, Amber there for you.
Amber Energy Drink. Stimulate the energy in you.
So you're at your favorite booker and you've ordered rice, shaki, from roundabout, fuku, edo, liver, and croaker. Then you feel you should just top it up with one big, chilled bottle of 7-Up. But something tells you it's too much. Something tells you if people look at your table, they will think you're trying to kill yourself. Bros, please, what is something? Who is something? Are you something? Is something you? Something is only trying to stop you from being you. And that's all. Take this from 7-Up and Fido Dido. Just sip some 7-Up, face life, and just be you. Because nothing sure pass.
7-Up. Be you. Nothing sure pass. 7-Up. The diff is clear.
Union Bank is 105. To celebrate, we're giving away another 55 million naira in our Save and Win Pali promo too. That's 105,000 naira for 50 people every month, 500,000 naira for 5 people every quarter, and 5 million naira for one lucky person at the end of the year. To stand a chance, simply save at least 10,000 naira into your Union Bank account every month. If you don't have an account, you can download the Union mobile app or visit the nearest branch to open one. Terms and conditions apply.
Union Bank, your simpler, smarter bank.
máa tẹ̀síwájú jẹ́ kó ríire ràpàdé ṣẹlẹ̀ làkàsẹ́rà má jẹ́ kí nǹkan kan dá ọ dúró.
Risi, where's your sister?
She's in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah, call her for me.
Baraka, mommy is calling you.
Hey, Risi, Joe, please buy me chill drink from Dogo.
Dogo, you there outside? I beg, help us bring one chill drink, come.
Risi, sorry, please check if it's your daddy that's at the door. You that your line had been blocked. How did you get the credit that you're using, Ke?
I linked my NIN to my MTN line and got 20k free airtime.
Yes, so link your NIN to your MTN line today and get 20,000 Naira bonus airtime. Visit any MTN center near you to begin.
Mommy, where are you going?
MTN Experience Center, of course. You think it's only you that like good thing, eh?
Terms and conditions apply.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, it's lights out and away we go, and I think Sergio Perez got a slightly better getaway. He's coming at Max Verstappen now. Behind him, they're all squabbling with Charles Leclerc in third place for his 15th victory in his second championship winning season. Max Verstappen wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. 15 wins in a season. That is the new benchmark for the rest to challenge. Charles Leclerc comes home to take second place ahead of Sergio Perez. Ferrari get that runners-up spot in both Constructors and Drivers' Championships. Sebastian Vettel scores 10th in his final race.
What an amazing season we've had. Unbelievable.
Very, very good job, Max. Well done.
What did he say? Remember these times, they might not last forever. Sebastian, thank you. The memories definitely will.
And now it's us who has to remember these days.
Thanks, Seb. You've been a true champion for Red Bull, for Formula One, and for yourself too. That's it. Formula One is over in 2022. Enjoy your winter. You've got 105 days to go until we race in Bahrain and we start all over again.
Well, should they start all over again? How will Lewis Hamilton feel? How will the likes of Max Verstappen, will be coming as a defending champion? And for other drivers, welcome back to Kiko Sports Show, live on your Remedy Dial Solutions 939 FM. What happened at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the last race of the season? But for Lewis Hamilton of Mercedes, says he hopes a difficult Formula One season gives Mercedes the strength to fight for championships in the future. As the Englishman signed off 2022 with a race retirement at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. What a bad way to end the season. Mercedes, who came into the season as reigning 8-time champions, but finished 8th in the standings, struggled for a pace in Yas Marina's season finale, and Hamilton then suffered a hydraulic issue and penultimate lap. The mechanical failure duly finished off the first winless season of Hamilton's trophy-laden 16-year F1 career. But let's look at the top 3 drivers this morning for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix final result. Max Verstappen of Red Bull finished first. Charles Leclerc finished second of Ferrari, while Red Bull's Sergio Perez finished third. Here is their take after finishing at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix 1, 2, 3.
It's been an incredible season for the whole team, for myself, and something, of course, I will never forget. I mean, to have these kind of a season, I don't think it will come along very often, but I'm definitely enjoying the moment.
It's a really good last race, and I hope we can build on that next year to fight for the championship.
I'm pleased because I gave it all, you know. Obviously, if we look back, there were things that we could have done better, like that middle stint, you know. We were still thinking that we were on our stop at that point, so I think that really caught us.
Okay, moving away from Formula One, well, as we await the next year's season. Now, let's talk tennis this morning, and it's about a bad boy, Novak Djokovic, but went all the way, winning the last ATP title of the year, going for the ATP finals, and he was able to come out victorious.
Djokovic is the champion in Turin. It is a sixth Nitto ATP Finals title for the Serb, a fifth singles trophy of the season for Novak, and it is a big payday as the undefeated champion. He'll take home the biggest paycheck in tennis, over $4.7 million.
Well, it's finals, you know. Usually these kind of matches are decided very small margins, and one break of serve was enough in both sets. I knew Kasper was playing really well coming into this match. I think we both served very well. I think in some decisive moments, like in that 12th game of the first set, I just managed to put a few returns back in play, make him run, make him play. I was really pleased with the way I was playing him from back of the court, particularly forehand. It was looking to be very aggressive, and it worked great. I mean, I'm really pleased with the performance.
So congratulations to all the winners over the weekend, well, that was Novak Djokovic after the ATP Finals title win by Daniil Kasparov in Turin. And for Kasparov, I mean, he needs to also come back big come next year. Well, with this part, we have to drop the anchor and go straight to the other side of the AM Update this morning, where we look at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers. What the political actors are saying. What's the plan? What's the game like? Well, for PDP, it is still the big family house on fire. You know, I think there was this series on TV back then. I've forgotten the title now. And it is still more of what is happening in the house of PDP. The Fuji House of Commotion. Well, we'll talk about that. Damola Lafenwa is also here with me this morning as we look at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers, and we'll give you the talking points and burning issues. Remember, we're still live on Facebook, facebook.com/solutions939 FM. Good morning, Ibadan!
Good morning, my neighbor. How are you doing? Are you feeling okay? Good morning, my neighbor. How are you doing? Are you feeling okay? Good morning, my neighbor. How are you doing? Are you feeling okay? Good morning, my neighbor. How are you doing? Are you feeling okay? My neighbor, my neighbor, my neighbor.
Keep it 93.9.
All right, it's 9:30 on Solutions 93.9 FM. I love that vibe. It's a kind of vibe that really keeps you in a very good mood, especially on a Monday morning like this. It's the 21st day in the month of November 2022. My name is Ade Damola Lafenwa, and of course you're tuned to your number one radio dial, Solutions 93.9 FM. Like Dapo said, we are set to take you on a trip through the national dailies we have with us this morning. I'll be talking about stories from the Vanguard and the Tribune this morning.
Okay, I've got some stories from Punch and the Nation newspapers this morning as we look at the headlines. Well, I'm seeing something on the pocket headline of the Punch newspaper this morning, which is about how foreigners, middlemen capture Nigerian gas market. Well, if you know, you know. We'll talk about that also on the program this morning. But remember, the burning issue and the talking points segment is also ready for you. And when the time comes, we'll give you opportunity to also lend your voices on some of the talking points this morning, same as the headlines are trending on different pages of Nigerian newspapers. Our analyst, Dr. Coniston, will also be joining us virtually this morning.
Okay, I'll be kicking off with the Vanguard newspaper this morning, and going through the pages of the Vanguard newspaper, I have this one. 2023, I won't step down for anybody. Kwan Kwanso, that's a strong one. APC Tinubu's victory in Kano, done deal, says Ganduje. And moving further from the Vanguard newspaper, Kwan Kwanso woos Afenifere. And 2023, kick out APC to enjoy meaningful life again, Ayu tells Nigerians. Our military jets killed bandits, destroyed enclaves in Kaduna. Nigerians regret voting APC, Odeli tells Tinubu. Federal character hasn't helped Nigeria, Rivers Abga Gilbert candidate. And those are the stories from the Vanguard newspaper. Let me quickly slide to the Tribune before I allow Dapo to take his headlines too. Now moving to the Tribune. Katsina PDP inaugurates campaign council, vows to seize power from APC. And I have this one. I will not step down for Atiku, Kwan Kwanso. And moving further, I have this one. PDP to Nigerians blame APC for Nigeria's economic woes. Cross River doctors, others still in captivity as abductors demand 100 million naira ransom. These are some of the headlines on the Nigerian Tribune and the Vanguard newspapers this morning.
Okay, looking at the headlines are coming from the Nation newspaper this morning. Interest rate hike likely as CBN reviews indicators. Well, when it talks about money, we have to also look at what is coming this morning. I mean, it's a money-making Monday morning.
It is, of course.
And why we are backing Obi by Ohaneze. I think I got that right. He symbolizes hope. And another headline on the cap of the Nation newspaper this morning says, Ekiti Assembly boils. Oyetola wins World Bank Award on expenditure efficiency. Cleric abducted in Kwara. Looking at the red headline this morning, more Nigerians are seeking UK visa, says High Commissioner. 9 die in road crash. And we have this other headlines. 13% derivation. Wike's disclosure unsettles South governors. And we have the front page picture of some people in River State. Okay. And we have the banner headline this morning. 2023 G5 governors allies to sustain anti-Atiku moves. Who are these people? Well, remember, it has the two riders, aggrieved PDP governors, chieftains meet in Lagos. Wike, Makinde, Autumn. Ikpeazu insists on Ayu's sack. And you have that front page of the Nation, the picture front page of the Nation newspaper, having in here some Wike, Governor Sheyi Makinde, and we have Governor Autumn. And they also listed the governors who attended that meeting. If you want to know the names of those people who attended the meeting, get the Nation newspaper. And it has a red headline on the shoe part. Gunmen killed 3 policemen in Enugu. Saudi-bound woman held with cocaine. Moving away from the Nation newspaper this morning, let's go straight to Punch newspaper. And this is coming from the new Speaker of the House of Assembly of Ekiti State, that is Gboyega Aribishogan, and he's here saying that pro-Fayemi lawmakers plotting my removal. Ekiti Speaker. Page 14 of Punch has that story. Still on the carpet line. Stalemate. Aggrieved PDP governors weigh fresh options. And here, Nigeria risks food crisis in 2023, says IMF. Another pocket headline this morning, how foreigners, middlemen capture Nigerian gas market. And the burner headline this morning, NFIU flags 150 trillion naira transactions. EFCC tracks candidate spending. And it has 3 riders. Suspicious transactions up by 22.91% amid rising political activities. EFCC intensifies surveillance on APC, PDP, others campaign funds. Banks get fresh EFCC, NFIU directives as 2023 polls draw closer. And okay, now there's something that happens in Lagos, Lafi, and I hope that will also happen in Ibadan.
Yeah.
Now with a bank lighting up Victoria Island for Christmas, so that shows that when you get to Lagos, Christmas is around the corner.
Definitely.
I don't know if you always have it in Ibadan.
Definitely.
What makes you feel like Christmas is around the corner in Ibadan?
Well, probably because I think Oyo State government does this too every.
But it has not started.
It hasn't started.
But I just wish that the Oyo State government can also partner
such big
yes
companies, like
companies that can light up Ibadan. Yes, we have the light up Oyo. So maybe we can have a redesign of Ibadan. Yes, we know that Oyo State government does that at different roundabouts in the city. But we hope that we can, government, organizations making money in Ibadan can as well do that as their public social responsibility,
definitely,
right? So,
definitely.
All right. Now, let's look at other set of headlines here. Ohaneze endorses Obi, says it is our turn. Okay, Milo coin in that side, right? Yeah. Gunmen abduct Kwara clerics on demand 100 million naira ransom. Mob lynches transport boss for killing Oyo teenager. Well, you can read more from Punch newspaper this morning. Now let's go straight to the burning issue this morning. It is more of the headline you took earlier about Rabi Kwankwanso saying he's not stepping down and is also challenging other candidates to face him in a debate.
Ready for a debate with all the candidates to come and put their cards on the table, all of them. Of course, some of them are running away from debate, because they have absolutely nothing to say. I think the PDP was very happy, very lucky, even kicking out its members, including my humble self, including Peter Obi, even including Wiki. They're kicking everybody. They think once you get a ticket of PDP, they still see it as 1999, not knowing that young men today who were born in 1999 are beginning to be in charge of the polling booth and so on and so forth. Any serious person in this country who is still thinking that any one of us at this moment will draw for another, I think that man is not even being fair to himself.
Presidential candidate of the NNPP saying that anybody who feels that he will step down or some other candidate will step down is not fair.
But I think we've had such statements in the past, and what you now see, few days to the election, you see them
stepping down.
Their words.
We saw that happen at the PDP primaries.
Definitely.
Where one was it was Tambuwa who also backed out. We saw that in the APC primaries as well. But now let's also talk about it is more of shades coming from different angles this morning. And the PDP spokesperson for the Presidential Campaign Council, that is Charles Onago, is saying that some people campaigning for some candidates don't know who those candidates are. And it is only PDP that is more convinced about Atiku.
Whenever those in APC come again, ask them who are they speaking for. Let them tell you the companies they run, Let them tell you where he was born and when he was born. Let them tell you which town he's from. So when you are dealing with somebody that is unknown and then dealing with another person that is known, you also, of course, you should be able to make the right choice. And we have made the right choice because Atiku is known. Unlike the other candidates that is not known, individuals are only speaking for the purpose of having what to eat and at the expense of other Nigerians. And so for us, we will continue to interface with Nigerians even up to the last day. And like I said, not just for election, but because a patient that is in an intensive care unit, like they themselves acknowledge, will require the effort of consultants, medical consultants, and a team of consultants for that matter. And so our decision to reach out to a number of persons, both former presidents and others, is with a view to reaching out those consultants that understand the kind of treatment to administer to this patient that is in the intensive care unit. And whether anybody likes it or not, you do know that Nigeria obviously is in the intensive care unit.
Charles Aniago, PDP PCC spokesperson, speaking there. Dr. Kenishstone is with us this morning. Good morning to you, Dr. Kenishstone. Thank you this Monday.
Yeah, very good morning to you. I want to say thank you very much for having me on your program this morning.
Right. It's always a pleasure. Doing? It's always a pleasure. We're doing very fine. We're doing very, very fine.
Okay, so Dr. Kenishstone, you listen to Aniago, you also listen to Kwankwanso, but let us start with Aniago this morning, saying that some people campaigning for some candidates don't know who they are. As well, maybe we also cast our minds back to 8 years ago when a lot of people called on the current government to come on board. Are we not getting to that stage soon where a lot of people don't know the candidate they want to vote for, but maybe based on what they are facing now, they just want to get the ballot papers to cast their vote?
Well, I want to say very clearly that the PDP presidential spokesman is actually, I don't want to use the fact that he's probably living in denial on the ground that certain people don't know the candidates they want to vote for. Because all the three candidates that we are talking about, I mean the four candidates we are talking about, and the sections where they seem to have great following, there's none of them that is not known. I remember last week there was an information, there was a clip coming from Edo State, how the Oba of Benin, Oba Eware, the Oba of Benin, received in the honor of Peter Obi, and then the man said that he had asked children, asked young adults, and asked older people if they know anyone called Peter Obi. And everyone he speaks to seems to have known whom Peter Obi is. And you cannot also tell me that the name Atiku Abubakar is not a recurring name in Nigeria. Since the year 1999, Atiku Abubakar's name has been in the minds and mouths of everyone as far as Nigeria is concerned. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not someone that is not known. And so I would probably think that he's probably living in denial to think that the main opposition against the PDP's actualization of its dream, which is Peter Obi or any other candidate like Kwankwaso, that they are not known. What he may probably say is that the party is not known, but based on the grassroots programs that all these parties have actually come up with, it's not going to be good or okay for us. We want to throw the line of saying the people who are looking forward to voting do not know the candidate.
Dr.
I must understand that anyone who is voting right now is above the age of 18. Only that some of the registers, some of the names on the registers, especially from the northern extraction, are actually showing underage voters. If underage voters don't know whom they are voting for, it's okay, it's correct. But concerning anyone who is above 18 years old who will be casting their votes at the 2023 election,
Dr. Kenishstone,
the presidential candidates are well known.
And Dr. Kenishstone, if you listen to what the guy said very well, I think it was more of it's not that knowing them per se, because he asked a question. He said, ask your candidate. Some of them you are supporting a candidate that you don't even know when he was born, where is he from. That I think when he was talking about it, it was more specific. He wasn't using the plural for it. Was like, ask your candidate, the candidate of the other person, and talking about you're campaigning for someone. You can't say when exactly he was born, where he's
not having information.
No, I mean vital information, the basic information you should know about. That's what he was really talking about.
I want to say very clearly for the presidential candidate, that's an invitation to ethnicity. That's a indication to ethnic dominance. You get me?
Okay.
Just last 2 weeks ago, I remember listening to a prominent governor, a sitting governor, somewhere probably in Northwest, was talking about one of the presidential candidates who happened to be Tinubu. And according to that translation, because he was speaking Hausa, he was saying that Tinubu was born in the north, but he didn't grow up in the north. They should know that he is one of their own. That's why he's asking Nigerians in that area to vote for him. And so we were like, wow, it's gone to this level of saying that Tinubu was born in the north. So if this man is also saying that you don't know where somebody was born, it means it's an invitation to ethnic bigotry in the elections in Nigeria. What we are asking the Nigerian government through the electoral umpire to do is to verify the date of birth of this person to know if truly they have lied on the oath. You understand me? If they've not committed perjury. But for me to start asking myself, where was Atiku born? Where was Tinubu born? Well, that is too low. That is too low. Something to ask the electorate. What are they willing to offer Nigeria? What is the personality of this person? Have they been fingered in any crime before? Are they likely going to support evil on our land? Those are the things we are going to be asking for. Will foreign policies of the Nigerian state be better? That's the question I begin to ask myself. Are these people have ever been involved in any international criminal deal that will make Nigeria's name to be soiled again? Those are the questions to be asking, not where he was born. How does where a man was born deliver the dividends of democracy? Okay. I heard him very well, and I don't want to submit to that. And probably that's why everyone who's actually against the PDP becoming the control, retaining or gaining back the control at the center is actually very, very skeptical. Because I do not know how knowing where a person was born will amount to the dividends of democracy and good governance in a nation such as Nigeria.
Dr. Konosto, let's talk about Kwankwanso saying that he's not stepping down and he will not step down. Maybe he's trying to, get confidence and get more trademark from some of his followers. But let's look at NNPP, look at Labour Party, the same thing. Some people are saying that most of these parties don't even have street cred, like we say, street credibility.
All the structure.
The structure to win. And Kwankwanso is saying he's not stepping down. And he also made mention that PDP, made mistake of, pushing him out of the party, pushing Peter Obi out of the party. Now we have the G5 also not knowing who they will be voting for, but backing out of the campaign for Abubakar Atiku and still saying that Ayu should resign. Are we not seeing that the umbrella is torn to pieces?
Let me just tell you the reason why the continuous clamor for Kwankwanso to step down is becoming something we hear or think. If you look at the Nation newspaper this morning, it says 2023 G5 governors are late to sustain anti-Atiku moves. And it's very glaring that based on this G5 governors moves, a party, the Labour Party may be very, very strong in the south. And so in the north, you have got three candidates just playing for the vote of everyone, meaning Atiku will have to look in the direction of the north because he has already said that most of the people who will be voting are from the north and they are not on social media. So it's becoming glaring to everyone now that social media is having a greater impact on elections in Nigeria. Also, Tinubu will be looking forward to a greater voting from the north, in that he has picked Shetima. And then Kwankwanso is also there. And the impact of Kwankwanso as former Kano State governor can never be underemphasized. Because when it comes to actually providing the dividends of democracy, the roadmap, the action plan, and the developmental strides that Kano State is actually enjoying today are actually things that Kwankwanso has done while being Kano State governor. And so I believe these two juggernauts, the APC candidate as well as the PDP candidates and their supporters, might be pressuring him to step down. But I believe he also believes that he has a greater following in the north, and because of that, he might be able to do very well from the north. I hope that's why he's saying he's not going to step down. And I want him to actually do with his promise of not stepping down. Because if he actually steps down, it therefore means that the Labour Party presidential candidate that he didn't assuage to be his vice presidential candidate will have been something that he didn't consider really too well. Because if he had been the vice presidential candidate to the Labour Party presidential candidate, something different will be discussed at this moment. And so now that he says he's going full scale for the purpose of presidential election, I encourage him to do so that he will really be able to test the waters and see how popular he is with his people and other parts of Nigeria. And again, his stepping down right now actually makes the job easier for these two people. And I do not think that's what he actually stood out for, that is going to the NNPP. He has said severally that we will deliver Nigeria from the APC and that the PDP government that he left is not worthy of being president, or of steering the ship of governance in Nigeria. And so, if he now steps down, is it the people he has called bluff that he wants to step down for? So it's better for him to continue his drive for presidency. Law can run in his favor. The people that have him as one who can govern Nigeria well can actually run in his favor. And as his party spokesman has said, Galadima, he actually has a better chance, according to Galadima, to win the election. You understand what I'm saying? And so let's see how that plays out for him to actually win Nigeria, win the election, and do for Nigeria what he did in Kano State.
Okay, now, Dr. Koneste, let's go straight to Ekiti State this morning before we allow you go. I mean, there has been a lot of crisis in the State House of Assembly. Remember, after the death of the former speaker, they had Aribi Shogun, who emerged as the Speaker of the House of Assembly. But last week, it was more of having security officials at that venue, invading the House of Assembly. And now Aribi Shogun came out to say that it is more of pro-Fayemi that are against him, plotting his removal. Now, do we continue to have an ex-governor having hold
so much influence,
power as well on the State House of Assembly, maybe because he imposed a particular governor and the state, because maybe the governor that came in is also from his party?
Well, you must understand that the governor is still quite very new, and the outgoing government may still have his people in government, they still have the strength of governance, and so his ability to actually influence what happens at the House of Assembly is still very, very strong. What I should expect the new governor to be doing right now is looking forward to building his own strength, to building his own bulwark, so that in the future he will be able to stand his ground and be able to stand on his own. But as it is right now, is as though the former governor actually worked tooth and ache to making sure present government is installed as the next governor of the state. And so, impact of such work may still be set within the first 1 or 2 years. And so, whoever becomes the next Speaker of the House to the State House of Assembly, we have a lot of influence, in fact, overarching influence coming from the former governor. And that's well understood. And you know that every governor who had actually become governor because of the help of another, over the years there has been a lot of rancor between them. There's a case in point right now, is the one happening in Osun State. And so I expect this one to play politics with the fact that if he's not careful, he may not come the second time. And we also understand that in Lagos State, despite the impact and the overarching impact on infrastructure by Ambode today is not the two-term governor of Lagos State. In fact, some people say he's running for his dear life. You understand what I'm saying? And then if you look at Edo State, the person who is sitting in power, in government house in Edo State right now, is at loggerheads with the one who actually helped him into power. So the state governor should probably learn his lessons. But when it comes to governance, the first term you might have to give it to the one who helped you into power. Second term, after you have won, then you can do whatever you want to do so that posterity will judge you and remember you for good. And that's why a lot of people are actually saying that the current state governor is not able to do so much because he hasn't won the second term. Probably after winning the second term, and then probably Nigerian support makes it de facto to win the presidential election, then he might probably have a say on how Lagos State is governed. So it's everywhere. Once people help you into power, they want to share the power with you. That might be what is happening in Ekiti State or something else. Thank you.
All right. Okay, but we just hope that the whole crisis in the Ekiti State House of Assembly, the dust is clear, and the governor of the state as well, has more time to do his job. Thank you very much, Dr. Kenneth, for joining us on the M Update this morning on the burning issue.
Thank you. I'm grateful.
All right. Okay. Well, remember, this time has come for you to make your calls and contributions this morning to talk on some of the issues we've discussed this morning. 0909-888-9939 or 0912-222-2939. 0909-888-9939 or 0912-222-2939. Remember, you can as well send us a message live on Facebook, facebook.com/solutions939FM. Facebook.com/solutions939FM. Send us a WhatsApp message or SMS straight to 0904-422-2939. 0904-422-2939. Looking at the headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers this morning. Now, can we really say PDP is losing the grip? If they have the 5G saying that, is it the 5G or G5? Yeah, the G5, having their own way. With what Kwankwanso said, not stepping down and saying that maybe PDP has done themselves a lot of these services. He pulled out, Peter Obi pulled out, and has that not really reduced the power of the People's Democratic Party?
Sometimes when I look at the path that the G5 governors are towing these days, you begin to wonder, are these not glaring cases of anti-party activities, which might be enough reason for the party to either suspend them or expel them? But I think that decision is not what PDP will want to do at the moment, because coming up openly and saying we are working against your presidential candidate, the presidential candidate of your own party.
And also looking at, Peter Obi was in Port Harcourt last week, and the update we're getting is that Peter Obi will be in the city of Ibadan on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, and Peter Obi is now moving more into the 5G, the G5. I don't know why I'm calling it 5G now. It's not 5G network. Now the G5 governor's territory. Is it trying to also have a negotiation of winning in their states and maybe pulling more? And if a Kwankwanso is saying he's not stepping down, is that not going to be a loss of votes?
I think Peter Obi is just trying to leverage on
the crisis,
the crack.
On the wall of PDP.
On the wall of PDP. I think he's just trying to. He's a smart guy, From the eastern people are very, very smart. The southeastern people, I give them that they make the best use of any opportunity they see. So I'm sure that Peter Obi must have known. And like you said, he was in Port Harcourt yesterday. Last week with Wike. I think he's trying to have this kind of cordial relationship with them. Who knows? They might reach an agreement to work for him, and we've had such things in the past, and this won't be the new thing. Okay.
All right, let's go on a break, and when we come back, we pick your calls, read your messages. It's still AM Update Live on your Solutions on 939 FM, your remedy dial.
Risi, where's your sister?
She's in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah, call her for me.
Baraka, Mommy is calling you.
Risi, Joe, please buy me chill drink from Dogo.
Dogo, you there outside? I beg, help us bring one chill drink, come.
Risi, sorry, Please check if it's your daddy that's at the door. You that your line had been blocked. How did you get the credit that you're using, Ke?
I linked my NIN to my MTN line and got 20K free airtime.
Yes, so link your NIN to your MTN line today and get 20,000 Naira bonus airtime. Visit any MTN center near you to begin.
Mommy, where are you going?
MTN Experience Center, of course. You think it's only you that like good thing, eh?
Terms and conditions apply.
Why worry about your morning when we can give you the perfect start? Make a date with us and enjoy an amazing blend of breakfast on everything sports, newspaper review and analysis, trending topics, exclusive interviews on health, politics, business, entertainment, music, and so much more. Join the AM Update team weekdays 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Solutions 939 FM for an experience like never before. AM Update. It always gets better here.
The 2023 polls is all about you and the unborn generation. Participate by voting for your preferred candidate with your PVC. This message is powered by Solutions 93.9 FM.
Welcome back. It's still your Radio Dial Solutions 939 FM. AM Update is live. And we've been able to check the headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers, and we've gotten analysis from our in-house analyst, that is Dr. Keniston, virtually this morning, and to also get your opinion this morning. Remember, there are so many issues on the pages of Nigerian newspapers this morning. We were looking at what is happening in Ekiti State, what is happening also and PDP, NNPP, Labour Party. Maybe some also saying that PDP, NNPP are subsidiaries of People's Democratic Party. But if you're looking at how this is going, we have the election coming up in February, meaning that Atiku and the whole PDP team have less than a month to appeal, reconcile. Although the party, the G5 says they're ready to reconcile. But you must go.
Okay, but you must go. But in the process of waiting for reconciliation, they keep engaging themselves in some things that activities that really not showing the fact that they are ready for reconciliation.
If it is about reconciliation now, you have some other states where, but if you look at the calculation based on the votes that will be coming, we are not looking at the north. I think people are speaking more of what is happening in the south.
Okay, let's take for example, Wike was in Lagos State some weeks ago, and he publicly endorsed Sanwo-Olu from the APC, condemning Jandor of the PDP. Now, how do you want the PDP
to feel, right?
To feel.
I don't think he even condemned Jandor. He just endorsed Sanwo-Olu for the second time because of what he saw.
Well, he said he's been performing, but it is expected that you being a PDP member and you're, like you say, you're open for reconciliation. You don't make such statements openly.
So what you're saying now is that people may not believe in you some weak issues.
That is it.
PDP come back to
PDP itself might not really trust or believe in the G5 governor's sincerity. You're open to reconciliation, but every activity you're making on a daily basis are against the party.
Now, looking at the front page of the Nation this morning and looking at the set of people at that meeting, in some week of Rivers State, Ifeanyi Gwai. Okay, let's pick this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Who is Silla?
Silla from LLA. On the G5 or integrity governors, or what do they call themselves? One thing is certain, the PDP people, they've moved on without them. You remember they have picked their representative even in River State, which Wiki was trying to fight against. The bottom line is that if you are fighting a body and you feel you are not convenient with them, like they did in 2015, some people believe they had a negotiation with Jonathan and it did not fulfill it. They decided to form their new PDP and they moved on. And join APC. If they want to form their G5 or what do they call themselves, let them form it and join any party they wish to follow. Instead of saying they are staying in the party and you are destroying the party. To me, I believe, I'm talking about Kwakwa, so all these Northerners, we need to be very, very wary of their antics. Because at the certain time, Kwakwa was the one contesting against Atiku. That was in 2019. Today, he was the one who would do for Atiku. So I would not be surprised if at the end of the Kwakwa decided to step down for Atiku. These are the fans they are playing. And moreover, they've made it more or less like a sectional politics now. The Northerners are looking at the Southerners as being working against the Northerners. And that is the way those people, the way they think. I've stayed with them, I know the way they reason. And I think if they are not ready to work for them, let them opt for anybody. If it's Obi they want to work for, let's hope be. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much, Uwesila, for your contribution this morning. 0909-888-9939, 0909-888-9939, or 0912-222-2939, 0912-222-2939.
You have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Kemi calling from Akova.
Kemi, good morning. Let's have your take.
I want to make my own submission on the report of IMF saying Nigeria may risk food crisis in 2023. Simply means if we repeat the mistake we made in 2015, we will see more shaking. Yes, more.
What was the mistake of 2015, please?
Because we voted for this current administration at the federal level. They said they will lift Nigeria out of poverty through job creation. What have we gotten? They said they will fix our power sector. We all know that power sector is the bedrock of any economy. Our power sector is bad. This is not the Nigeria we dreamt of. The Nigeria we dreamt of is to have free access to good health services, to have free access to free education system from foundation level to tertiary level, to have great dynamic economy. Sleep with our two eyes closed, not the other way around. It is a pity the system driving Nigeria at the moment is bad. BBC came on board to worsen the whole system instead of them to be apologizing to Nigeria. Yet they say they want to build on it. Until we have a crop of leaders that are ready to serve the masses, that are ready to turn things around, that are ready to step on toes to fix this nation before we can get it right. Else, we will keep ranting.
Okay.
From Akubo.
Thank you very much, Kemi from Akobo. I mean, she made something clear. We need a leader that can step on toes. I think Buhari came in to step on toes. But maybe some cabals, because I've heard a lot of stories about cabals right there in the Aso Rock. So who is behind, or who are the people in the cabal? Yemi Oshibajo, we got reported that, I mean, he may want to take a particular step, but some people, according to report, we were blocking him.
And remember, Aisha Buhari once came out and said the cabals have taken over the
Aso Villa.
Aso Villa. Then she came out there as the wife of the wife of the president, Aisha Buhari.
Okay. Let me just quickly finish the names of the PDP members who were in Lagos yesterday.
At the G5 meeting.
Yes.
Okay.
Inyesam Wike, Ifeanyi Gwai, Samuel Otom of Benue State, Keze Kwazi of Abia State, Olabode George, Ayodele Fayoshe of Ekiti, and Olusegun Mimiko, Donald Duke, Taufik Arakpaja of Oyo State, Senator Sandy Honor, Senator Nafit Suleiman, Senator Olaka Unwogu, Mrs. Nena Ukeje, Senator Mao Ohabua, Ali Odefa, Dotto Babayemi, Dan Obed, Mohammed Adoke. Now here, I am also still, I don't know if they spoke about Jando's governorship ambition at that meeting. For Peter Obi was also in Port Harcourt, was in Rivers State, yes, last week. It was after he left that he went on Twitter to talk about, apologize to one of the members of Labour Party who has been bedridden. And said he wasn't informed. Are we not seeing a situation where most of these leaders are more of their personal interest and not of the followers?
Well,
Bode George has not been talking more of Jandor. You've got a candidate of your party in the state. And Peter Obi, who wants a vote from Rivers State, is now trying to form alliance with Rivers State's governor, saying that he will discuss with other members. I mean, they will surely have members of Labour Party who will be contesting for state positions. And Nyesom Wike has already told him if he wants votes, he should just tell people from his party not to even, contest for positions.
I think the factions in the PDP, they know the kind of games they're playing. You know, for Olabode George not to be talking about
Jando,
that is Abdulaziz and Adiro, the PDP guber candidate in Lagos State. I think because he felt that Jando belongs to the camp of Atiku. So I think they are operating more on a factional basis now.
So the focus is now more of the presidential and not of the state election.
Well, I think the presidential thing is also in one way or the other affecting the state, because I think that they've made it clear that they have an issue with Ayu, and Atiku is with Ayu, and as long as Atiku is with Ayu, they are not supporting Atiku, and Jandor still has Atiku's backing, kind of.
Okay.
So you get. So it's more of a factionalized kind of thing.
Okay, now let's look at this headline on the Nation newspaper this morning, which is more of a security issue. Cleric abducted in Kwara. I felt maybe we have moved on, and I don't know if you saw the tweet from Rotimi Amechi, the former Minister of Transportation. He graduated from the UK. I think, is it from the UK? The tweet was saying that he had to honor his father's wish to study law.
Yeah.
Since he lost the presidential bid in APC, he has been silent.
Yeah, it's even on the front page of the Vanguard this morning. I studied law to fulfill my father's wish.
Okay. Now, ASU is still, planning, lacing their boots to go on strike, and we have someone who traveled out to back his MSc, right? And we are looking at, nobody has said anything about the Kaduna, is it the Kaduna Abuja rail attack? And he has not come out to apologize. And we've got more ministers coming out to say, not even more ministers, one minister came out to say that he has failed. The wife of Mr. President, that is the First Lady of Nigeria, Aisha Buhari, also came out to say that the administration, a lot of people expected more from them, but they failed. But someone who failed in Nigeria has backed an award. He has graduated, having his law certificate. Okay, we believe it is well.
It is.
Okay, now let's check messages we have on our Facebook page before we go on a break. But remember, when we come back, it will be Victor Richard coming up with the L segment of the show, that the Solutions Clinic, where he will also be discussing something vital this morning.
Okay, we have this coming from Olayinka Adetola. It is not a crime to endorse someone because endorsement does not determine the winning of such candidate. The candidate's good antecedents will only speak for him or her, not endorsement. This is the era of electioneering period. Many groups would be coming out now to endorse. As we also have in Oyo State, there are many groups that have come out to endorse Governor Seyi Makinde for the second term due to the good work he's doing in Oyo State by fulfilling his promises made to us.
Okay, now finally the message here from Omadi Adekunle saying it is so pathetic. Foods inflation rate hit over 23%, yet there is no substantial plans to rescue Nigerians from the economic hardship. This signifies that Nigeria is in a state of total mediocrity under the APC-led administration by President Buhari. This is the reason the economy woes are getting complicated every day. They did not prepare as a leader, but as rulers. I hope we get it right come 2023 general election, not to elect the wrong government again. Well, Victory Richard is here. Good morning to you, Victory. And what's the plan for today? What are we looking at on Solutions Clinic? Good morning.
Good morning. So we're talking about pneumonia this morning.
What?
Pneumonia.
Pneumonia.
The
Okay.
12th of November was the World Pneumonia Day, basically to raise awareness and campaign on prevention and treatment of pneumonia, particularly with the wrong notion about pneumonia being cold being the cause of pneumonia. However, it's a bacteria in the lung. So we'll be talking about that this morning.
Some always say dust and the likes too.
Yes, but those are very
Exposure to cold.
yes, those are very wrong narratives. So that's what we would be correcting this morning.
Oh,
Basically.
okay. So do not change the dial. It is Solutions 939 FM. We're shifting away. Do not go anywhere.
2023 polls is all about you and the unborn generation. Participate by voting for your preferred candidate with your PVC. This message is powered by Solutions 93.9 FM.
Make you show yourself, no they hide your face. Show up in the boot style, ooh, in the boot style. Cause you get to the ginger, almost too much swagger. You they give a good vibration. Anywhere you go, you show the colors of your
ládùn gbogbo àṣàyàn mímu aládùn bold tó wà ní aládùn ginger olómi ọsàn tropical àti bitter lemon. Unleash your bold, show your colors.
Noise in class?
Auntie, Brian said that the Bonvita school competition is back. We are preparing for it.
The Bon Factor is back? Okay, let's see your preparation. Drop a beat.
That's right. The Bon Factor School Talent Competition is back with up to 6 million naira to be won. To participate, visit www.bonfactor.ng. Bonvita, strength to dream.
Oh boy, today was so stressful. Hey, as in everywhere just choke. You know what will be really cool right now? Hit me. Feel the vibe, live for the fun. It's cool like Fun Ice. Call the gang and have some more. That's cool like Fun Ice. With the creamy goodness, oh yeah. Be cool like Fun Ice.
Enjoy the taste of creamy goodness with Fun Ice. Available in vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate.
This not a taste of goodness, golden caramel, creamy buttermint, and rich coffee. Cadbury candy there for every moment.
Introducing the Ogbonge new Cadbury Caramel, Cadbury Coffee, plus your Cadbury Buttermint Sweet, where you don't enjoy tay. Now, plenty don't day to share and jolly.
Cadbury candy there for every moment.
Say you wanna feel that boost? Allow me to introduce Amber Energy Drink. No more shutting down, we're going up. Oh yeah, get ready, stimulate your energy. Amber now for energy. Go around tell somebody. Oh yeah, get ready, stimulate your energy. Amber now for energy. Go around tell somebody. Say, what are you waiting for? Yeah, now you can do more because Amber Energy Drink there for you. Amber Energy Drink there for you. No need to go too far, you can find it where you are because Amber Energy Drink there for you. Amber Energy Drink there for you. Yeah, Amber there for you. Yeah, Amber there for you.
Amber Energy Drink. Stimulate the energy in you.
My name na Ekele, and na accessories I dey sell. Whether na earring o, belt, even cufflinks dem, e full my shop na. But people no go buy wetin dem no dey see na. Abi, to you, I just dey flood your timeline. To me, my phone na my shop, my Airtel data na my rent.
The important things in life are powered by data. Dial *141# to choose any data plan that works for you. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Union Bank is 105. To celebrate, we're giving away another 55 million naira in our Save and Win Pali promo too. That's 105,000 naira for 50 people every month, 500,000 naira for 5 people every quarter, and 5 million naira for one lucky person at the end of the year. To stand a chance, simply save at least 10,000 naira into your Union Bank account every month. If you don't have an account, you can download the Union mobile app or visit the nearest branch to open one. Terms and conditions apply.
Union Bank, your simpler, smarter bank.
I let go, where everything is possible. My way, nothing can hold me back. I let go, kulele. On my way, to my next level with
máa tẹ̀síwájú jẹ́ kó ríire ràpàdé ṣẹlẹ̀ làkàsẹ́rà má jẹ́ kí nǹkan kan dá ọ dúró.
Words are powerful, but even more powerful is when they are backed by action, which is why at Keystone Bank, we don't just say you are important. We show you how important you are to us by providing you with simple and innovative banking technology that hit home. From our online banking and mobile app to our star 7111 hash platform to our super fast loan services and so much more. In Keystone, you'll find a refreshing approach that takes banking from being bearable to pleasurable. Experience customer dedication and refreshing innovation that go beyond words with Keystone. Keystone Bank. We grow together.
What do we mean when we say ground on level? Now say as you dey hustle, you dey flex join. You dey enjoy yourself with what you get for hand. Now why you fit cool your body with the Wazo bottles, 7up, Mirinda and Pepsi 35cl for just 50 naira. No matter your choice, so fast in a 35cl glass bottle on our Wazo. Because when we say ground on level, we mean because on our Wazo.
Enjoy chilled refreshment with the Wazo bottles, 7up, Mirinda, and Pepsi 35cl glass at 50 naira only. Ground on level with the Wazo bottles. All now Wazo.
Money get more for you. From Golden Money. Good times don't come again with Golden Money. Good times don't come. Nourishment for the family. Delicious Golden Money. Enjoy 10% money.
Every 800-gram pack of Golden Mon you buy this season, they come with 10% extra free. That now more value and more nutrition for the same price. Offer valid while stock lasts. Nestle. Good food, good life.
We break down the facts of news, delivering the latest information, playing the coolest of music, giving you the best of entertainment. This is 93.9 FM. We are the solutions. We are the remedy.
Your number one remedy dial. If it isn't headache, malaria, tuberculosis, hypertension, COVID-19, then it's something else. It is just a lot. One can't even keep up. How do I escape coming down with these health problems? I am not even a doctor.
Worry no more. The Remedy Dial has got you covered. Tune to Solutions Clinic every Monday from 10:15 a.m. with Vic Riches and get updated on health talks. Remember, a healthy life is your ticket to wealthy life.
Well, a very beautiful morning to you right here from the Remedy Dial Solutions 93.9, 24 minutes gone past 10, and this is Solutions Clinic where we get to talk about everything and anything health. My name is Victor Richard, and I hope that you have continually made your health a priority, because I would always say a healthy life is your ticket to a wealthy life. So I did mention earlier that today we are going to be talking about pneumonia. Pneumonia is said to be the single largest cause of death by infection in children. According to the WHO, 15% of all deaths in children under the age of 5 are caused by pneumonia. 992,000 children had died since 2015 as a result of this disease. The disease affects children and families all over the world, but South Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa are the worst hit. The World Pneumonia Day is commemorated every 12th of November to raise awareness on pneumonia, prevention and treatment. The theme for this year is Pneumonia Affects Everyone, which is why we want to talk about it this morning. Joining me to lend credence to the conversation is Dr. Chukwuma Okoli. It's great to have you again, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
I trust you had a great weekend.
I did, thank you.
All right, let's begin the conversation on pneumonia. I already stated with my colleagues there's a common notion that pneumonia is cold, as it were. How true is that?
Thank you. Good day, listeners. Pneumonia is not cold, okay? Common cold, like we call it, is different, okay? It's caused by a virus, respiratory syncytial virus. That's the cause of common cold. While pneumonia is an infection of the lung itself. Okay, yes, and it's not just caused by the virus. In fact, it is caused majorly by bacteria. Occasionally, in immunocompromised people, you could have a fungal infection causing pneumonia. So pneumonia is an infection per se of the lungs, while common cold just has to do with the airway, just the nose and then the larynx, the throat and all that. So they are not the same.
Would you say it's because they have like similar symptoms? That's why.
Yes, exactly. Now, most times common cold will have a similar symptom to pneumonia. The only difference is that for common cold, you have the running nose, okay, on the catarrh, all right, and then most times it doesn't go beyond that, okay. But when it gets to pneumonia, then there is an involvement of cough, fever, chest pain, okay, and then difficulty with breathing or pain while breathing in. So that's for pneumonia.
You stated that it's a disease of the lungs, probably caused by a bacteria.
Yes.
How do these bacteria come about?
Thank you very much. Most commonly, it's airborne, okay, aerosol inhalation, okay, when you stay around somebody who has pneumonia, probably coughs and then releases micro aerosols and then you inhale them. So it's airborne, basically. People do say that pneumonia comes from staying exposed to the cold. Well, what cold will do for you is that respiratory syncytial virus thrives in cold regions. So when that virus is in your bloodstream or your system, okay, it predisposes you to the cold and the common cold people have, all right. So basically, it's airborne, all right. It's not common through most other means. It's majorly through breathing.
So once you inhale any of
the air that is now infected with the bacteria, it goes and settles in the lungs and it starts affecting the lungs.
So what does it do to the lungs?
Thank you. It's of course it's a bacteria. What does it do? It feeds on the lung tissues, okay? And then when it gets into the lungs, the white cell count from the body's bloodstream goes over there in order to secure the lungs, all right? And then there is formation of pus from the activity of the white cell count and white cell rather, and these bacteria. Okay, the pus contains dead cells, and then the person starts coughing and then starts expectorating those yellowish sputum. All right, those are the pus coming from the lungs. And at that point, there is pain, there is difficulty with breathing. When you check what is called SpO2, you see, before the COVID era, people don't really talk much about SpO2, but now we know that we have to live with coronavirus for a while before it eventually goes completely to extinction. So we check what is called oxygen saturation. There is this thing they put on their hand and then you check how many percent.
Yeah.
So most times when they have pneumonia, the oxygen saturation drops less than 97%. And for people like that, you have to be very much careful. Start medications on time in the hospital environment, and then you may need to give oxygen if need be, and then some steroids to reduce the inflammation and all that. So,
speaking of cough, I mean, you mentioned, we earlier spoke about how it has related symptoms with other diseases, and you spoke about cough and reminded me of TB. Is there a way someone would know that?
The difference.
Yes, when you're down with pneumonia and when it's even TB, for instance.
Exactly. Okay, the investigations to be done, we have a chest x-ray, posterior PA view, okay, mostly, and then lateral view. For the TB, you would find the findings are there to tell you that this patient has a pulmonary tuberculosis. And for pneumonia, the findings are there. As a lot of times, you even have patients with other ailments now having pneumonia as just part of the broad symptomatology. So in cases like this, you must be sure of what you have. Once you take an X-ray, the findings will be reported by the sonographer, the sonologist or whatever, the X-ray specialist and radiologist and co, and then we'll be able to make our assessment. Most times as clinicians, we can easily interpret the X-rays ourselves when we see them.
Yeah.
And then we say, from the symptoms given, the cough, the expectoration, that is coughing out yellowish sputum, and then the fever, okay, the chest pain, and then you can do a clinical examination, especially in children. You notice the difficulty with breathing, the indrawing of the chest wall, or that when you assess the symptoms, then the signs plus the laboratory backing, you arrive at your diagnosis of pneumonia, and you start treating on time.
Okay. Quite interesting. Let's talk about the theme, which says everyone can be down with pneumonia.
Everyone breathes.
True that, but I think it's more common in children. Is that true?
In the extremes of age, because
Okay.
of immunity. This is common in extremes of age. The children, they are prone to bronchopneumonia because it takes the bronchial airway down to the lungs fields.
Is it because they've not been able to build immunity?
Yes, sir. It's because of low immunity in them. And then in the extremes, in the elderly too, the immune system drops, okay? So they are prone to bronchopneumonia. While in adults, healthy adults, they could have lobar pneumonia. It just takes a lobe of the lungs.
Let's talk about the risk factors
Okay.
for pneumonia.
Thank you. Risk factors, okay, for people who stay in the cold region. I explained to you about how respiratory syncytial virus can also cause that. Of course, it downplays the immune system, and then the bacteriophage, that is, a virus tries to engulf a bacteria, and then all those things are left for the immune system to handle. The immunity goes down, and they develop pneumonia. So the risk factor is exposure to cold, okay, and then exposure to contaminated air. People staying in crowded areas, right? Yes, areas with poor aeration. Okay, so these are the risk factors, and then for some people who are undergoing one form of treatment or the other, which downplays the immune system, makes them at risk of getting pneumonia. All right, so these are the risk factors.
I'm trying to balance, you saying, not being in an overcrowded place and cold as well.
Yes, and like cold, not the cold, like what I mean by that is, like we are in this studio now, right? The air condition is on, and I believe it's in a mode where it takes air out and refreshes, and then
True that.
it's not circulating the air within. All right, it takes air out and then brings in fresh air. That is a lot better. But in a room where there is poor aeration, so you breathe out, I breathe in, I breathe out, you breathe in. So we transfer.
Just sharing.
Exactly. So if it happens like that, those people, if one person has cough and then has pneumonia, others may be down with it, if the causative organism is the type that can be transmitted from one person to another.
You've been speaking about early presentation when you're down with pneumonia. Is there severity to it when you don't come to the hospital in time?
Yes, sir. From time inception, I know that any disease that has to do with the lungs, you need to present in time, because if it comes in at late times, you may need oxygen, you may need a lot. When they go through lung failure, it's all about chance now. It's all about prognosis. It's all about letting them know these are the situation, the lungs are failed, and if they have, well, at this juncture, we leave everything to chance, to God, and we hope for the best. So it's better to prevent that than to manage it.
So is there a timeline to which when you notice these symptoms that you should report to the
All right,
hospital?
let me talk like someone who knows how it goes in the society.
Okay.
Now, you wake up in the morning, you notice you have sore throat, and then maybe you still try to go about your duties. By the next day, you're not getting any better. You go to the pharmacist nearby, excuse me. They give you a couple of medications to use. 24 hours as the next day, you're still not getting better. The next thing you should do is you present yourself in the hospital, and the doctor takes it up from there. But if you do not follow these lines, or probably you started and then you feel better, it might not be sore throat, it might be just runny nose. You now go for medications. From runny nose, you notice you're coughing, and from cough, you notice chest pain. From from chest pain, you notice you're not breathing well. You see, there's a progression now. And with this progression...
It doesn't just show up at once.
No, it doesn't show up at once. So with this progression, you're expected to go to the hospital to access treatment. And then you stay at home. And what happens from then? The breathing becomes down. The person may even almost lose consciousness. When the lungs are failing and oxygen is not being saturated properly, the brain begins to shut down. MODF comes in, multiple organ dysfunction syndrome and all that. So the ideal thing is once you notice symptoms are building up, okay, and then the temperature comes in, okay, you're coughing, you have chest pain, you're not breathing well, and then temperature comes in, please get to the hospital. Don't wait until when you have to be carried, until when you have to be supported, until when you have to call for an ambulance, you know. So those are the late stages that are very dangerous.
Okay, what are the treatment measures for pneumonia?
Thank you very much. Okay, of course, once treatment is instituted, such as antibiotics, okay, antibiotics are the treatments. We have antibiotics that are specific for the chest region. Okay, so once they are prescribed and the patient starts taking them, all right, the amoxicillin and clavulinate, they are generic names. Okay, so and then some other ones like that, levofloxacin or whatever it is. So once they are prescribed by the doctor, depending on whatever brand he or she pleases, and you start taking them, you feel better, and that is it. We have some other medications. We have the levocetirizines for those with the runny nose. We have the loratadines. We have pyritines. It ranges from whichever one that the doctor, with his own clinical acumen, thinks you need at that point, you're given. Because some of these things come with various other symptoms that may be very weighty. Personally, for me now, when I have sore throat, everything is wrong with me. I'm down. I may not be able to walk well. So if I have sore throat, I feel like, wow, if I don't take care of this, I may not be able to get up. It comes with fever, it comes with tiredness, weakness, heaviness, headache, neck pain. So that's for me. So when I have sore throat, I am running up and down looking for something to take within 24 hours. I want to be free because I know how my body responds to such. For some others, they have sore throat and they are going about their normal duties and they are like, I have sore throat, and you're looking at them like, are you sure? Okay. So it varies from persons to person. So we have ranges of antibiotics, we have anti-inflammatory, okay, we have the steroids, all those things based on the clinical acumen and clinical judgment of the doctor, and also based on the state of health of the patient presenting at that time. That will determine which and which the doctor will combine to effect his treatment. It could go from the oral, that's the tablets or the syrup.
Yeah.
It could also be the injectables, depending on what the patient needs. Somebody coming in with an SpO2 of 90 at that point might need an oxygen. So I might need to say, hey, your SpO2 is low. We have to put you on oxygen for a while. We have to observe you. It all depends. But when you come in and you're sitting and you're talking so calmly and SpO2 is 99, and then doctor listens to the lungs and the lungs are clear, it might just be oral medications and such a person is back.
Speaking of antibiotics and anti-malaria drugs, these are common drugs that you see people just go to the pharmacy and they want to get after assuming that once they feel a particular symptom, say you're feeling feverish, the next thing that comes to mind is malaria. So you go to the pharmacy and tell them to give you an anti-malaria drugs or antibiotics. Is there a way you can build resistance to these, or it becomes an abuse to the drug?
Yes, and that's why I advise people against illicit drug consumption. And that's why some pharmacies you go there, they tell you where is the doctor's prescription.
I'm not sure that we have that,
I've seen a couple
very
of people.
often. Is that medically approved, that you just go to the hospital or the pharmacy rather and just buy drugs?
It's not medically right to just approach the pharmacist. And in fact, sometimes some pharmacists will rather take a few symptoms, whatever, from you and probably think of what to give.
Yeah.
But the ideal thing is to request for a doctor's prescription. Well, hopefully the government will do something. Someday things will work the right way and then things will be channeled the right way. Now it's all about the run and struggle for survival. And so people will tell you when they go to the hospital they can't pay consultation. They'll rather just go to the pharmacy and
I
get
think
the
that's a
drugs
challenge,
directly.
actually.
Yeah, get the drugs directly, and the pharmacy says, hey bro, I have to sell, I have to make money, I have bills to pay as well. So they want to just prescribe. By the end of the day, when the person's not feeling better, they'll now say, go to the hospital nearby. You know? So you now, first of all, take the shortcut and then now go through the normal. By the time you're going through the long route, you're going to pay more.
Penny wise, pound foolish.
Yes, exactly. You're going to pay more, and But most times they go through that shortcut and they go through. They feel that's the norm. Okay?
Fair enough. So, what can one do to prevent, coming down with these bacteria?
Thank you. Now it's everywhere. We inhale it day in, day out. What I tell people, when you stay healthy, your immune system fights those things. Just stay healthy. Eat well. All right? You can imagine if I tell you, what did you eat yesterday morning? I took shawarma. Yesterday afternoon, I took French fries. Yesterday evening, I took suya. Like, seriously.
Enjoyment
have I
in
eaten?
your sense of...
Now, that's food, right? Okay. I'm eating. And then today, what's the time now? This is before 11. And I tell you, okay, what did I take this morning? I took, I don't know, maybe Scotch egg and stuff.
Sausages.
And what would I take in the afternoon? Well, probably, just eating junks and rubbish. But by the time you eat healthily, okay, you take vegetables, you take fruits, okay, you may not want to chew them, then go for these smoothies. Fruit na fruit. Just take those things, stay healthy, and don't eat too much of salt. Once you eat healthily, your immune system is strong and good enough to stand. And that's it.
Well, I must say thank you to you, Dr. Chukuma Okoli, for always being very helpful and instrumental when it comes to health talks. We've been talking about pneumonia and basically raising an awareness about the prevention, treatment, and what you need to know about that disease. Hopefully, our conversation this morning has been instrumental to you. However, if you do have questions in that regard, you can send it to WhatsApp 0904-422-2939 and be sure that it will be directed to Dr. Chukuma and we would get back to you with a response. On that note, I will say thank you once again, Doctor, for being here.
You're welcome.
All right. This is how we conclude our Solutions Clinic this morning. We'll be back next week, Monday, with another interesting conversation on health. If there's something you would want for us to discuss as it concerns health matters, probably a health concern that you have and you want us to talk about it, maybe raise more awareness on it, you can send a message also to WhatsApp to 0904-422-2939. 0904-422-2939. My name is Victory Richard. Like I would always say, a healthy life is your ticket to a wealthy life. Good morning.